confuse it with the fame and money and all that is success. But success for me is just uh, a zillion rejections waiting for that one day, that you will get through. So you have to face those zillion rejections, and everybody faces them at every point of their life. Even if they are successful, they face rejection in some way or the other, and it's very subjective. तो सबका अपना अपना subjective failures or success rejections होते हैं. Young people, young minds are not conditioned to handle that. So it's very important that you learn that this is just going to be 100 rejections till the time you get that one yes from somebody. And it's very, very important to live through these rejections, because these will make you relish that one yes and that little success all the more. And I think it's just part of it, because especially when somebody, young kids coming from outside, they will definitely face rejections and a no, but then that's how it is. You अगर आप स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन हो, तो 2 बिलियन के देश में हमारे 11 लोग खेलते हैं क्रिकेट, तो उसमें से कितने लोग रिजेक्ट होते हैं? सिर्फ 11 लोगों को हाँ मिलती है. ऐसे ही हर फील्ड में होता है. सो कितने लोग हैं? अब हम ऐसे बात कर रहे हैं कि यहाँ पे रिजेक्शन होता है. क्या नौकरियां हैं, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट नहीं है, बेचारे ग्रेजुएट पढ़े लिखे बच्चे वो भी रिजेक्शन झेल रहे हैं. सो इट इज सेम फॉर एवरीबडी, एंड वी शुड बी conditioned to handle this rejection also, and even handle the success as well. But for the young kids, I'll just say that it's just part of it. Don't take it too seriously. Again, don't expect too much. The moment you expect too much, the disappointment becomes bigger. Because why are you expecting that? Oh, I'll get this. Don't expect. Just go and do it. If it happens, happens. If it doesn't happen, move on. Do the next thing. Because it's a process. So I think it's important to enjoy the whole process, because मिला तो अच्छा है, नहीं मिला तो तजुर्बा हो जाएगा. So it's just that, it's an experience, and just keep experiencing it. And the more you experience it, you are just honing yourself at the end of the day. So with each rejection, you are getting better. You should look at it that way. And I think, yeah, it's okay. This is part of life. Don't take it too seriously. It's all right. सब ठीक हो जाता है.
Right. Aashiesh, I would like to know, is there any feedback process that casting agencies have that, if they don't select someone, do they say that what the actor is lacking? Do they have any kind of a feedback process?
No, they don't. Unfortunately, they don't. And I think for young kids who are coming there and they do not know them, उनको तो ये बताया भी नहीं जाता है शायद कि वो सेलेक्ट नहीं हुए हैं. बिकॉज आई थिंक बस जो हो जाते हैं उनको बता दिया जाता है, जो नहीं होते हैं वो समझ जाते हैं जब अनाउंसमेंट होती है कि हम नहीं हुए. So there is no such process, and it's little sad, but yeah, it's very interesting question, and rightly put that one should give them a feedback at least. But then there are so many of them that आप किसको feedback देंगे, पहली बात तो. But yeah, it's very, very important to get a feedback, because it just helps you grow, and it helps you again correct if you are faltering somewhere, work on your weaknesses, work on your shortcomings. But I think again, it's in this whole process is very, very individualistic here. And as an actor also now, one has to be very individualistic. Even if you are rejected, even if you are selected, the constant work that you put into yourself is the only way that you will survive or sustain, even if that one yes you get. Unless you constantly work on yourself, even without a feedback, if somebody is giving you or not, but there always is a feedback, one has to understand. There always is something to work on. There always is, one should look for answers throughout. So I think again, I just stress on one thing is that if you are here starting up, keep working on yourself, keep honing your skills, because हम कोई perfect नहीं है, सब shortcomings है सबके अंदर, and even professionally है, सबको कुछ ना कुछ कमी होती है. And I think it's very, very important to find your own shortcomings and work on themselves, rather than waiting for somebody else telling you that, oh, you lack this, oh, you lack that. Rather than just understand that and work on it.
Right. Once an actor lands up in that big role, how important it is to establish a niche, or is it more advisable, pick up versatile characters and, get like avoid getting stereotyped?
Uh, See, again, this is very subjective. It's a very, very subjective answer, and it's a very subjective choice as well, and because it completely depends on your bandwidth as an actor also. So one has to understand what my bandwidth. There are actors who are super successful, who've been doing the same kind of stuff for all their lives, but they still work. They're still popular. They still make films, and they are, yeah, they make money, and people also love that work. But then there are actors who've done varied kind of roles throughout their lives, and people have equally loved them as well. So I think it's just to do with an individual's bandwidth, and understanding of life and craft, that and obviously it's the interest and it's what you want out of your career. Like I said earlier also, it's very important to understand what you want from yourself, what you want from your career, where you want to be, how you want to live your life, how you want to live your professional life, and what excites you and what interests you is what is more important here. And I think, अगर हमें हमारे बारे में समझ हो, अगर हम जानते हैं अपने आप को, हमारे अंदर की कमियों को, तो आई थिंक इट जस्ट हेल्प्स अस फाइंड if there is an whatever niche that we talk about, or whatever stereotype that we talk about. तो वो stereotype होते भी हम इसी वजह से हैं, क्योंकि शायद कहीं ना कहीं हम उसके बाहर निकलने से डरते हैं, और हमें पता होता है कि इसके बाहर जाएंगे तो हम शायद उतना अच्छा ना कर पाए, ये में हम सबसे अच्छा करते हैं, उसमें कुछ गलत नहीं है। और कुछ जैसे कि मतलब, विद रेस्पेक्ट टू मी, आई लव टू always do varied kind of stuff that excites me. Once I've done something, it loses interest for me. So I have to move on to something fresher, something novel, something more exciting, something that challenges me, something that pushes me to again find those answers. Otherwise, I'll be redundant. The life will become redundant for me. The fun of it, now the fun of this craft is this only, that you find something new each time. एंड आई मीन इट्स सच एन अमेजिंग क्राफ्ट यार, मतलब आपको कितनी सारी जिंदगियां खोजने का, समझने का, ढूंढने का मौका मिलता है, कहाँ मिलता है ऐसा मौका, एंड देन यू कैन लिव सो मेनी लाइव्स इन वन लाइफ टाइम. सो आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाट फॉर मी इज एक्साइटिंग. But then to each their own, and I think it's if, even if you have a niche, it's fine if you're comfortable in that and you can do that very well.
Ashish, I would like to know, would you like to share any anecdote of your auditions when you initially started?
Um, I remember my first audition I did, because हम एक्टर प्रिपेयर्स में थे, एंड हमें एकेडमी से ही, हम कंप्यूटर एक्टर प्रिपेयर एकेडमी से ही हमें ऑडिशंस लाइन अप होते थे हमारे. सो वहीं से हम फर्स्ट ऑडिशन गए थे, मतलब वी हैव ग्रेजुएटेड टुडे एंड नेक्स्ट डे वी हैव बीन सेंट टू द ऑडिशन, लाइक अ मास ऑडिशन. द होल बैच वेंट, एंड इट वाज लाइक अ पिकनिक फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस. तो सब लोग यहाँ से ट्रेन में बैठ के, लोकल में, वी ऑल वेंट टू लोअर रेल, एंड वी वेंट टू, आई थिंक इट वाज यूटीवी's ऑडिशन, दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम यूटीवी था, वहां पे उनका ऑफिस था, तो वी ऑल वेंट देयर एंड इट वाज फन. मतलब हम लोग सब मस्ती कर रहे थे, एंड दे वर ऑडिशनिंग ऑल ऑफ अस. हम सब ने किया किया, and by the end of the day I got the part. It was my first audition ever in my life, and I got that part. It was a 5-day job in a small little series that used to come on UTV, some channel itself. And it was a 5-day work, and I was playing the antagonist. It was an episode, so I was playing an antagonist in the episode. Um, I was over the moon, I was like, I have arrived. It was like I've just graduated, and the very next day I've got the job. And I was over the moon, and I went for the shoot, and that's when it struck me that reality is different, because the very very first day I got yelled at from my director, and then they said कि ये लोग देखो एक्टिंग सीख के आए हैं, ये बोलते हैं इन लोगों को लाइट लेनी नहीं आती है, इनको किसने पढ़ा है, क्या पढ़ा है इन लोगों ने. And I was so embarrassed, and uh, so I sat there for 5 days. I did not leave the set, and I just sat there recalling everything, because then then I understood, classroom sessions are different, and then sets are different, and that's how you have to how to apply that on field is what I learned there. And then the whole process began. So yeah, that was one incident that happened, and I think after that I've just been on set and just kept learning.
So, Ashish, it was really nice chatting with you. I am sure the answers that you gave are going to inspire, all the actors who are starting their career right now. So, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Murtaza. Thank you. It's always pleasure talking to you. Thank you for having me, and I hope that it helps young kids out there, and they get some kind of wisdom through whatever that I've shared today. All the best to them, and never say never, and always just all the best. Keep at it, and persistence and perseverance. Just be at it, guys.
Right. Thank you so much, Ashish.